Hey, sons. I want to invite you into a little piece of my story, which I think, we all share as sons. There's a moment when we come to realize that what we need is a deeper portion of God. And that happened here. I'm in Colorado at a Young Life camp. Wild at Heart's putting on a retreat called Survival School, and I've been here for the last several days, and I'm standing over a spot that played a really significant role here. And so the story, which is really precious to me, is that I came as a young guy back in 2008, so 15 years ago, profoundly angry and couldn't tell you why. And I just kept asking Jesus to take my anger away from me. And so I was here, and at one of the early meals, I sat down, and one of the members of the team, who's somebody that everybody would want to sit next to, sat down right next to me. And I wanted to feel this man's affection for me. I wanted to feel like I had this wise sage of a man who would pay attention to me and engage with me. And so I asked him to engage in a particular way, and he was very, very kind. He didn't slight me. He didn't do anything wrong, but I asked him to tell stories to everybody around the table, but my manipulative desire in that is that he would like me for giving him the opportunity to be the center of attention. I laugh about it now because, oh my gosh, it was so complicated to live in that way. I'm so thankful that I operate less and less in that manipulative way now. But anyway, he said, "No, I don't think I'm going to tell that story." And he went on talking to the guy next to him. And I was so profoundly wounded by that. And little did I know that God was so in it, because I actually left that meal early, found a place on the side of a mountain, and I felt God say, "I want you to write down all the times in your life that you felt overlooked or slighted or offended by men like you just did." And so the rest of the weekend, 2 full days, every opportunity, I would take a hike, I would begin to write down all the times that I had felt, overlooked and, unappreciated or hurt or betrayed. And it was a long list. And so I was just getting more and more agitated over the course of those several days. And at the end of the retreat, I just figured God's got something really powerful to say. He's going to heal me of this. And so the last covenant of silence that we had, I came out in the woods somewhere down here. There's a creek going through there when it's not frozen. So I was in the tall grass, and I sat down with my journal, and I said, "Okay, God, you've allowed me to be really upset and agitated and disrupted all weekend. What do you want to say?" And it was just silence. And in my heart, I said, "I knew it. I knew that you would abandon me too, God. I knew that you would not come through and that you wouldn't speak to me." And I threw my journal on the ground, and I laid back in the grass, and I essentially gave up on God and Christianity in pursuing wholeheartedness. And as I lay back in the grass, I heard him speak into my heart, "You were never the beloved son." And I just began to weep. I had a good father. He taught me many things, and I'm deeply grateful. But just somewhere in my journey, I never felt that I had become attached to a deep, loving father who was going to be my advocate forever, and just one that I could lean into his strength and to his wisdom and into his love forever, no matter what. Never felt, that I was unconditionally loved. And I began to weep, and he said, "Jay, would you be my beloved son?" And that's when my life changed. And so here I am 15 years later, bringing other problems to him, not that one, but other problems to him, other concerns, other fears about provision and protection, hope, joy, fear of letting people get close. And the solution is exactly the same. And the source of healing is exactly the same. And more than ever, I need to hear my Father's voice again. Just say, you're my beloved Son, I've got you. And to learn to lean into all that comes with that. So I think we are I know we are in an age, we are in an era, we are in a time right now where as things are going on in the world, our union with Jesus and that relationship being firmly established in the goodness of God. We've got some guys doing a polar plunge here behind me. Our being rooted and deeply established in our sonship is absolutely critical. And I feel that there's even an urgency to me becoming wholehearted, me becoming mature, me overcoming a lot of these fears so that I can take my post in the story that God's writing right now. So friends, I just want to invite you into that. Where are you being agitated? Where are you being disrupted? Where is fatherlessness presenting itself in your story? You are being invited, just like I talked about last week, with the freezer that broke and all that was revealing in me. He's just revealing over and over again. Oh man, look at that. I chose to spend my morning in a different way. Anyway, just want to bless you guys. Father, I pray that you would come for each of us and you would reveal the ways that you are pursuing our hearts so that we may be wholehearted, that we may be deeply united with you. We may be securely attached to you, because that's what we need. All right, guys, bless you. Talk to you next week.